Good morning, welcome to the Carpenters Training Center. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put together a birdhouse for the carpentry trade for Skills Canada, Alberta. So with your project, you're going to find 6 pieces. We're going to have 2 side pieces, 1 front piece, a back piece, a top, and a bottom. First, we have to look at our back piece and identify what grain we want to have showing on the front of our birdhouse. The grain on this piece is more appealing to myself, so I'm going to choose this as the front. Saying that, we are going to do our layout. First step that I want to do is I want to measure 80 mils from the bottom, and I make a line. With my square, I can square that line across 80 mils. From the top of my back piece, I'm going to measure 93 mils. I'm going to make a mark at that line. And I'm going to square that line across also. Once I've established a 90 mil drop from the top and an 80 mil drop from the bottom, I can take my side piece, and my side piece should fit perfectly in between those 2 lines. I can take my side and flush it up to the edge of my back piece. Once I do that, I can take my pencil and I can mark the inside of my project to establish the thickness of my side. What I did here is I've measured from the top line to the bottom line and found the midway point. We're going to put a nail at the center of our back piece going into our side piece. From the top line, I've measured down 20 mils, and the bottom line, I've also measured up 20 mils. These are going to be where our nails go. Our nails go from the rear into the sides from the back. The bottom, I also have to lay out holes for my nails attaching my back to the bottom. So I've measured from this line 20 mils inwards, this line 20 mils inwards. After I have my nail holes laid out, I'm going to apply glue to the back side of my side piece. With the help of a friend, we're going to line up our lines that we laid out for our nails. After we have 1 nail fastened at the bottom, we're going to work our piece from the bottom to the top to make sure it's flush along the edge. We've applied glue to our second piece, and we're going to now attach that to our back just as we did with the first. Again, remembering to work our way from the bottom to the top, making sure that our side is flush with the edge of our back piece. Now that we have our 2 sides attached to the back piece, our next step is going to be to put our bottom between our sides. We have 2 holes laid out for our bottom. We have to lay out 2 more holes going in through the side to hold our bottom into our project. Now I need to identify where I want my nails to lie. So I've measured 70 mils from the front of my project of my sides. That's where I'm going to put in my next layout hole for a nail. We're now ready to install our bottom piece into our project. I've applied glue to the 3 sides that are going to be in contact on my project, and I've started a nail on my 1 side to go into my bottom piece. I need to establish where my front is going to sit in relation to our project, as this is the door of our birdhouse. From the bottom of our side, we're going to measure up 205 mils and mark a line. And establish it on the other side also. We're going to take our front piece and slot it into in between our 2 sides, lining it up with the lines that we laid out in the previous step. From that step, we're going to turn our project to its side. We're going to measure down 20 mils from the line we laid out for the top of our front, and we're going to create our next nailing hole. Our nails are going to go in here, and on the opposing side, they are going to act as a hinge for this door to open. Pay attention to keeping your front piece flush with the front of the side pieces. Once we've installed our front piece, we can see how it pivots on the two hinge nails that we installed in the last step. It's very important that we put no glue on our front piece. At the bottom portion of our side piece, on the one side, we're going to have a pre-drilled hole. That hole is for access to the inside of our birdhouse. As we have our hinged nails to open and close our birdhouse, our last nail in the bottom will be to secure the door from opening or closing. The last step in completing our birdhouse project is attaching the roof to the birdhouse itself. And on our top we have a 22.5 degree bevel cut. That bevel cut is going to be resting against the top of our birdhouse. So it is very important that we install this correctly with the bevel cut against our project. To identify where our nail holes are going to be located, I've measured in 10 mils from one edge and 10 mils from the other edge as well. That is going to give us an equal overhang around the top of our birdhouse project. And then I measured in 20 mils to get where my nail hole is going to be located. With my square, I can square across both lines, giving me my bullseye for my nails. We have to install glue on the beveled edge and on the bottom where it's going to make contact with our sides. This line here is 10 mils measured inwards. This line is measured 10 mil inwards. We want to apply glue on the inside of that line. We're also going to be putting glue on the beveled edge and then installing on our project. Now that our project is complete and we've wiped off all the excess glue, we have one last step to make this project final. That's removing all of our marks that we did for our layout with the sanding block.